Good morning, students. Welcome to class 6. Myself, Ma'am Jyotika, is going to teach you maths. Here, the maths chapter 1, knowing our numbers. The entire purpose of this chapter is to revise whatever has been learnt in earlier classes. Topics to be covered in this chapter are introduction, face value, place value, making larger numbers, comparing larger and smaller numbers, writing larger numbers in the words, unit conversion, estimation of numbers, and the last Roman numbers. Let's begin with the topic first, introduction. Numbers and mathematics, they are very closely related to each other, and that is why in the first lesson of your mathematics, we are talking about numbers. What exactly mathematics? It is the science of quantity. And what is a quantity? Quantity always defines how much of anything. Now let us look at certain example. Let's say that your mother asked you to the shop and get her tomatoes. Now, the moment you reach the shop and you tell the shopkeeper that I want tomatoes, the first question that is the shopkeeper will ask you, how much tomatoes do you need? Or how many tomatoes do you need? So what's that? How much? That is nothing but the quantity. So you need to specify the quantity, whether you need 3 kgs of tomatoes or you need 5 kgs of tomato. So whatever the quantity which is defining the quantity, whether it's 3 kgs or 5 kgs, these are nothing but numbers. So you always need numbers to define a quantity. Think of any example. Let's say you performed really well in your exam and saying, yay, I scored really well. Now your score is in the form of numbers. You scored 75 out of 80. What does 75? Is nothing but again a number. Sometimes the days are really hot, especially during summers. The day is really hot. Why? Because temperature is high. Now, how do we define temperature? How do we measure temperature? For that also we need a number. So when we talk about a temperature as high as say 50 degrees Celsius, so that word mean that the weather is quite hot. But when you talk about temperature as low as maybe 2 degree, 3 degree or 5 degree, that means the weather quite cold. So even to specify temperature, we make use of numbers. Take a next, attendance of a class. Also a term of numbers. Maybe there are 50 students in the class. Out of 50 students, 40 present and 10 are absent. So 50, 40, 10, these are all our numbers. Okay, look at your watch to see the time. What do you see? You again see numbers. You see so many examples and so many things in our day-to-day life. We make use of numbers. Can you think of passing an entire day without talking about numbers? Or without using numbers? Not possible. Actually, that's because in everything you have the presence of numbers directly or indirectly. And mathematics is all about quantity, how much of anything, and define this, how much you need numbers.